How are you doing today?
Good.
Great. So you ready for your trial lesson? Good. I'm gonna tell you about myself. So my name is Yasin, and I'm an ICT engineer, game designer. I do make games on Python, Roblox, Minecraft, Epic Games, Unity, and Unreal Engine. There's like many much more platform. I'm also a programmer for making websites, application, and so much more. I'm currently an educator for kids, teens, and adults. I'm also been a certified educator from Google and Microsoft. Well, there's so much more to know. Tell me about yourself. Like,
Um,
you're like, yeah, I'm not that professional. Like, I know, like your hobbies, what you like to do in your free time, your skills, and something that you want me to know about.
okay. Well, my hobbies are I like to play soccer,
Okay,
chess and piano.
cool. So, what position do you play in soccer? Like, is it
Uh,
for?
right
Oh,
defense.
oh, you're in defense. Cool. I used to be captain of my soccer team when I was in like middle school. Well, that's really cool. So in defense, good. And what's your point? Like like defense have some kind of best. What was your best game so far?
Well, I mean, we haven't started playing yet.
Oh, okay, cool. But do you play for school or is it like for some community or in a club or just
Uh,
with?
I mean, it's kind of for
Mhm.
a school.
Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. So, today we are here to learn about a programming language called Java. So, do you have any experience in learning computer science, or this is going to be your very first time?
Uh, um, this isn't. I have a little bit of experience.
Cool. Can you tell me about it?
What did you say?
Can you tell me about your experience, like what programming language or anything you have learned as a part of your
Um,
computer science? Yeah.
well, before this, I'm still taking it, but I'm taking a class, and right now we're using like blocks to learn Java, and then in like in like a long time, not like a long time, but in like at one point, then we're gonna like go into the point where like I type the code.
Oh, okay, perfect. I got the point. Cool. Well, this is just a trial lesson, so you're not supposed to worry about the code or the software that I will be doing. Sounds good, Andrew? All
Yeah.
right, and I'll take you from the very basic, the basic fundamentals, and as I believe my students need to be very well fond of why they are learning programming language. So we're gonna cover all the steps. So if you're ready, send me a thumbs up sign.
Hmm.
And yeah, there are a couple of rules, okay? I want you to be interactive. That means, just ask me questions, share your ideas. Do I look like a scary teacher to you?
Huh?
Do I look like a scary teacher to you? Say
No.
me. Good. I'm sorry about these glasses. They're like just for computer. Uh, so I want you to be really friendly, and I'm just 22, so I want you to be, kind of ask me questions, share your ideas, keep it interactive. Like be interactive too much and be engaged. Second,
Okay.
don't worry about the code. Don't worry about the software. Don't worry about anything. Sounds good? This is the
Okay.
first lesson for you as a trial. So I'm going to take you through a complete introduction and overview to Java programming, all from scratch. And in end, well, you can decide if it's going to be something interesting for you or not. Sounds good? So
Okay.
thumbs up sign and we move forward.
Okay.
And a Superman stuff behind. So do you think that looks good?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right, tell me something that you want to say. Like hello, hello world, hi,
Um. Hi.
uh, hi, like that.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you to answer me in a very simple thinking way. Think simple and answer me. What do you think? What language have I used here? Hi, hello, hello there. Hi, what's up?
English.
Yeah, you're right. Give me a high five. Like basically to the camera. Yeah, there we go. Cool. That's English. Many students get confused. Is it JavaScript? Is it C#? Well, no, that's English. Now, just like English, we do have many other languages which are like spoken around the world. We got Russian, we got French, we got Spanish, Arabic, Chinese, Korean. The list keeps on going. So, do you think, just like the other languages, we do have computers which are like widely used around the world. So do you think all these computers also speak a different language?
Yeah.
Well, practically on a very first place, you're right, because I do have some students who are from around the world. Like some people say they play game or they interact with some application in a different language. Well, that's fine. It's about how you use them. But computers all the way from inside, like the machine level, not only computers, anything that's running on a tech or technology is running on only one language. Do you know what language that is?
Um.
It's a very base language of a computer, what they learn, understand, and talk to each other.
Uh. Uh. Um.
Should I help you? It's
Yeah.
called binary. Have you ever
Oh.
have you ever heard of this word before?
Yeah.
Yeah, binary is like sets of ones and zero bits, and bits can go to byte. For example, if you want to say hi, just like you said earlier, in binary it can be like ones and zeros, and the list keeps on going. Now, let's say you're creating an application or you're creating a mobile app. It can take you about thousands, and it keeps on growing, thousands of bits and bytes together of binary to create something like that. Even a simple one of it, we just say hello. So binary is complicated, confusing, and you can end up with thousands of errors. Well, is there any way we can make it much more simple? Well, yes, there is. I'm gonna. Have you ever been to any place, Andrew, like a trip or a vacation to a foreign country or a foreign place where people don't speak your language?
Um. No.
Have you ever seen something like that in animated movies or some videos where people travel to a different place? It's complete foreign place, and they don't know what language do they speak there. Have you ever been to some kind of some kind of stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So let us say we are traveling for a vacation or a learning trip to a complete foreign country. And people here don't speak the language that we understand or speak to. So let's say you're on a very local town in that foreign place and you want to get some ice cream. You like ice cream?
Yeah.
Oh, we all do. So let's say you want to get some ice cream and the person who's selling you this ice cream doesn't understand you or speak a language that you speak. So what are you going to do? How are you going to order your ice cream?
I mean, you really can't.
Well, there are many ways. Come on, we need to get those ice cream. Let's go. Try your
Uh.
idea. What will you try?
Google Translate.
That's the word I was looking. Give me a high five. Wow, two high fives in one lesson. That's cool. Complete high five. Just like to the camera. Just give me a high five to the camera. Good. Right answer. Good. All right. Continue. Google Translate. What else?
Um. Like you can use your hands. Try to like show them like what
Perfect.
you want.
Yeah, the body language. Right.
Yeah.
That word. What else?
Um.
Running out of options?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you actually pointed out the very main ones, the Google Translate. Well, it's a very cool app to get yourself translated, your speech translated it into like many other languages. You can use your body language, or you can get some tour guide nearby who can do the translation work. Well, all of this thing is usually coming under one idea, which is called translation. Okay. So, there are so many programming languages around the world. We got so many of them, and they are used for their own reason, and they have their usage. They are used to build something according to their performance and stuff. So, for us, it's going to be Java. So, I'm going to say all these programming languages act as a translator, like a tour guide, or you can just say a translator between us and computers. That means between humans and computer. For example, our tour guide today is going to be Java. Java is one of the very, very, very old um, it's like the base foundation of computer science. You need to learn Java in order to, if you are doing the graduate studies or you're doing the university, high school, masters, because Java helps you to create a lot of applications. For example, mobile apps, games. You can create application, desktop, softwares. There are like basically everything that you see around. Most of them are done in Java, and it's huge. It's time tested, and there are thousands of things what you can do in Java, and it's like the opening gate for you in computer science school. If you learn Java, learning any other programming language will be so easy for you. Because I started learning computer science with Java, not now, way too long before, but yeah, this was my first interaction to computer science. Yeah, in the very first go, while you type code, you might feel confused and you feel like it's too hard. But definitely, with a good practice and understanding, nothing is hard. And when you switch your learning to any other language, everything gets easier. And this is the best thing about learning computer science programming language. That is, if you learn one programming language, other programming language gets easier. It's just like you learn English and you can start working with math, science, and any other stuff because they are all related. So let me write a very simple code in Java that is system dot out dot print. Okay, and I'm gonna just write here. Well, just like you said. Oh, hi. So tell me, which one looks simple to you? Uh, A, that is system.out.println. Let me just write A here. Or B, maybe 100 lines of ones and zeros. Which one do
Um,
you
wait, which one do I think what?
which one do you think is gonna be simple? Like A,
A.
system.out.println, B, 1010, maybe 100 of them.
A.
And why do you think that?
Because it's using like the English language.
Right. You're right. That's right. It's literally using English language, or maybe it's something that we can understand. It's way too shorter, so it's gonna save your time. And it's something that you can understand, work and learn and create things together. So this is gonna sum up everything. You want to build up something with help of computers, you pick up a programming language which is gonna be close to your interest. For us, it's gonna be Java. So let's say you write a code in Java, something that you know, and that code will go to the computer memory. To understand you that you're trying to say something, you simply say system dot out dot print. That means tell the system to print out something. Or you can say system dot out dot println. When you say println, it's just like it breaks a line. So that's a pretty simple concept. Don't worry, you'll learn everything from very basics. Okay. I'm gonna write here, hey Andrew. Let me just write the way you said. Hi. And as soon as you're gonna run this thing, you can run it in the very same place. So as soon as you're gonna run this thing, after a few seconds, the computer says, hi, build successful. That means your code is way good to go. Do you want to give it a try writing something? I'll give you controls over my screen. Don't worry, it's gonna be so easier. So click on my screen, Andrew. All right,
Okay.
now type the same thing. Type the same thing. The same thing.
System dot out dot print
LN.
ln
Yeah.
and then
Brackets. You can also use the suggestion that's coming down there. So just press enter. Just press enter. Good. Put the quotations, shift, and the apostrophe. Good. Say something, anything,
um
anything you
uh
want.
um uh um I like squares.
Really? You do?
I
Okay.
don't know.
Oh, okay. Now go. Click on the run thing.
Run
Play button.
this.
Yeah. Yay! We got our first code compiled. For the first Java, give me a high five. Three high fives in one lesson. I like it. Good. Now, next thing we need to do here is, Java is not only about printing stuff. It definitely is a very bigger language. So let's just say I'm going to write a very simple code. Let us say we have two numbers. Give me a number, any number you like.
7.
7. Give me another number.
15.
15. Good. What if I say, uh, if I want to add them together, if I say add equals to x plus y, can you tell me what's going to be the answer here if I add them together?
22?
Sure.
Yeah, I think.
Yes, you're right. So if I'm going to run this thing, answer is 22. Yay. Well, these are baby numbers. Let's go with something complicated. Can you guess what's going to be the answer?
I have no clue.
Even me. Let's run this thing. So run anyway, and wait, just to do something here. The quantity, the number is exceeding the integer data type. So you don't need to worry about the stuff here. I'll just make it a little bit smaller for now. You can actually pick up a bigger number. You just need to change this integer to double, and it works.
Oh.
Okay. So it's like there are some data types that you need to follow up. Let's give you the answer here. You see? So
Whoa.
it's very simple, but we'll work in a very smaller denomination as this is your very first code. So let us say if you run this thing, get the answer. Cool, that's good. Now let's say I want the user to tell the number anytime when they want to begin coding or when they are interacting with my code. So I'm gonna make it something like a robot or something like that. So I'm gonna write an import here. When you say import, that means you're bringing some special stuff to your code. I'm adding some special scanner. Don't worry about the code, Andrew. This is your very first time. You're not supposed to worry about anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna say scanner object, or I'm just gonna say scanner. Yeah, object equals to new scanner, and this is gonna help me to let the user type in my output. All right, and I'm gonna just simply say here first. I'm gonna let the user to tell their name. So I'm gonna say, hey stranger, what's your name? Okay. And as soon as the person tells his name, I'm going to come down and say uh, string as a name equals object dot next line. Oh, don't worry about this. Definitely, you don't need to. And then I'm going to do this thing for same for the all the stuff here. That is, I'm going to let them say, hey, it's not the stranger this time, as we know what the name of the person is. I'm going to say name. Pick one of the number, or let's say pick your first number. Okay, so pick your first number, right? And
Okay.
it's gonna select the first number here. So I'm just gonna keep it x, and as this is gonna be an integer, I'm gonna write cool. The same thing is gonna follow for the y. So I'm just gonna copy this up, paste it down here, and y goes there, and second goes here. And I'm gonna just delete this thing off from here. Cool. Now, as this is a number, so I'm gonna keep it integer, integer, and we are good. Now you can basically get everything. That means if you wanna have an integer add, this is gonna be x plus y, all right? I want to know about the difference, that is subtraction. So I'm gonna say x minus y. I want to know about the multiplication. So I'm gonna say x multiplied by y. I want to know about the division. This is gonna be x divided by y. I also want to know, so there is definitely more, but this is the one of the coolest stuff you can have. Well, this is gonna be so easier for your math class now. I'm gonna say name plus the addition is the sum of your numbers are, I'm gonna simply plus add here, and there we go. Now you're gonna see one of the coolest code happening. And you can do this thing for the difference and everything as well. So this is gonna be for difference, multiplication, and divide. So the difference of your numbers are, I'll say subtract, the addition or sum or the product of your numbers are multiply, and the division, I'll say the numbers are divide. So should we run this thing?
Yeah.
There we go. So it's gonna ask you for your name. I'm gonna say Andrew. That's gonna say Andrew, pick your first number. All right, go ahead.
Um, let's say 23.
Right, right. Good. Pick your second
Um,
number.
67.
Okay. And now it's gonna give you all the answers. So it's gonna say the sum, Andrew, the sum of your numbers are 90. Andrew, the difference of your numbers are negative 44. Andrew, the addition of your
Oh,
numbers are 1,541, and the division is gonna give you 0 in the end. Isn't that cool?
yeah.
You see, like with such ease, I did the whole code in. It doesn't even took me more than 5 or something minutes. So isn't this cool? But definitely, it's gonna take you to some really cool heights, like creating applications. Even you can learn about AI, and there is so much more. So Andrew, coming back to question and answer time. Do you have any questions? Any answer? Anything that you would like to ask me?
Um,
You